Praise the Lord. God is good. God is great. Jesus is alive and well. Ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls, call a familiar face. Call all the folks you know, from your family and relatives to your friends, your classmates, your roommates, your significant others, your spouses, and everyone else. From friends, amigos, comrades, compadres, to your frenemies and enemies. Tell them that your boy is doing his YouTube CVS station identification. No, it is not. The Pharmacy, its channel vlog show, known as WEML-TV, Channel 77. And now here is your host of the show, where there's ordinary and there's him. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, for that wonderful introduction. For those of you who are new to the show, I want to introduce myself to all of you. My name is Eric Lima, and you're watching not just my channel, but also my show, known as WEML-TV, Channel 77. And for those of you who have been current subscribers and loyal viewers, loyal followers of this channel, welcome back. Hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful day. Hope you guys had a good Halloween and everything else, and hope you guys are ready for Thanksgiving. That's right. We're about, today's November the 3rd, 2021, 5:02 p.m. We are 22 days away from Thanksgiving. I am excited about that, brother. That's right. Ooh, yeah. That's right. I've always loved the holiday season. I know the holidays have not been a whole lot of fun these past few years. We'll always try to make the best of them, and that's probably what we can do for right now. I know last year definitely was a horror show thanks to the pandemic and all. But this year, I'm hoping that a little bit more, a little bit more excitement comes into it. I know a lot of people, I think an article on Fun 107 talking about how Halloween is not that fun. Nobody wants to go trick-or-treating anymore. I think the pandemic has taken us out of it, basically. And still, it has been a very, very tough year. So, yeah, so I'm making a few, but I think in order for the holiday season, personally for me, Thanksgiving and Christmas, to make it better, one thing I plan on doing is making changes to my Christmas trees. I've bought a couple things online that will help me with that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to do that on Thanksgiving when, after I get out, if I end up working on Thanksgiving, because we just had a new general manager come in. She's starting this week, but it'll be the final week of our mall general manager, Mr. Steve Byron. I want to thank him for his great service to the mall and how much of a success that he made the mall, despite the fact we had a pandemic, despite the fact we had everything going on. And one thing he had a vision for is the future, a vision for what is the here and now, so to speak. And we added Burlington last year. We added, this year we added Aldi's, and we're adding another barber shop place to replace Regis. So Regis is out of control, Gelman. No, not that Regis. But God rest his soul, Regis Philbin, and God rest his soul, Jerry Remy. But let's get to the meat of what I want to talk about today, because last night the baseball season is officially over. That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. For those you Braves fans out there, I want to personally, as a Red Sox fan, to congratulate you all, because you guys earned this championship against probably the most controversial teams in Major League history. That's right, the Houston Astros. Because last night, thanks to 3 homers, one by Jorge Soler, which has not, I don't know if it's landed or not yet, because when he hit the ball, he hit it wow of Minute Maid Park. And it's like, somebody better catch that ball fast. Another one by the 2-run shot by Dansby Swanson, and another one by Freddie Freeman, an opposite field shot for Atlanta to win 7-0 in Game 6, led by the brilliant pitching of young Max Fried, or Fried, I think it's Max Fried, and Max Fried, who pitched 6 shutout innings, and the bullpen kind of shut it down. I knew that coming into this series, I knew Astros had a pretty good offense, but the problem was Atlanta's pitching has been amazing, despite the fact that Charlie Morton struck out. I feel like I think Charlie Morton should be the Kurt Angle of Major League Baseball. You know what I mean? Because if Kurt Angle won the Olympic medal with a broken freaking neck, then I think Charlie Morton should say that he struck out Jose Altuve with a broken freaking leg. You know what I mean? And that's what, and then Atlanta picked him up when he was down, and then Max Fried stepped up, and the bullpen stepped up, and was it Brad Smith shut it down, and that was it, 7-0. And Atlanta has won their second World Series in 26 years. Because, they won their first back in 1995. I can't believe it. Now, what has happened, 1995 was the first year I got a real job in the real world called Ruby Tuesday, man. And I missed that place so much. But seeing Atlanta win the World Series, I remember when I got the job, my first year at Ruby Tuesday, the Red Sox won the Eastern Division title at the time, but they got knocked out by Cleveland, which Cleveland was very, very powerful at the time. Well, I forget they had Travis Hafner on that team too. Carlos Baerga, Sandy Alomar Jr., a whole slew of players. I think Earl Hershiser was pitching for them, if I'm not mistaken, when they were known as the Indians. Now they're changing the name to the Guardians. I gotta tell you, as a baseball fan, it's amazing what some of these teams are all about. I gotta start watching more of these teams. I'm a true baseball fan. And I'm a big Red Sox fan as well. I've always had a lot of respect for the teams that come in and play against the Red Sox, especially in the playoffs. I thought the Yankees, when they acquired Joey Gallo and Anthony Rizzo, I figured they're gonna capture second place and get that first wild card. And then the Red Sox came on strong in the last week of the season, and then I expected the Yankees to play tough against them, and Red Sox won. I mean, Garrett Cole did not have his stuff. I mean, the Red Sox got him figured out. And then they go in the ALDS against the Rays. I thought the Rays are going to wipe them out. And to be honest with you, I thought the Red Sox don't have enough pitching to hold them up. And all of a sudden, after two back-to-back wins, and the momentum got into the Red Sox favor, boom, the Red Sox advanced to the ALCS, and then they ran into Houston. Houston has been a tough ball club as usual, and all of a sudden Houston just beat them in 6 games. For the Red Sox to do that, it's for coming within 2 victories away from going to the World Series. That said a lot about that team. That team proved a lot of people wrong, and that's been a successful season. Not super successful, because the ultimate goal is obviously the World Series. And you talk about the National League side of things. You get the Cardinals and Dodgers, a great rivalry in the National League. The Dodgers knocking off the Cardinals, and then they went up against San Fran. So that's a West rivalry right there. While Atlanta got Milwaukee. Milwaukee's been a very tough team as well. Atlanta knocked off Milwaukee, and then they knocked off the Dodgers to go up against Houston and beat Houston in 6 games to win it all. It's very impressive, and one person I do feel bad for, and I want to, I think I want to give him a decent shout out, would be Dusty Baker. I know my friend Kevin Henry knows a little bit about Dusty Baker when he was managing the Reds at the time. My friend Kevin Henry is a big Cincinnati Reds fan. Dusty Baker came into a team that was inherited with controversy, inherited a team riddled with controversy because of the cheating scandal and everything else. And I think I feel bad for Dusty at that point. And Dusty was not part of that whole thing. And I think a lot of people should stop stop berating Dusty Baker. And I think Dusty did a pretty good job with that team, for them to come within 2 victories away from winning the World Series. So Dusty Baker, my salute to you and congratulations to you. And for the Astros players that were part of that team, let this be a lesson to you guys. Respect the game more, and they'll respect you back. So to the Braves players, the front office, their families, manager Brian Snicker, and players, their clubhouse, their fans, congratulations, Atlanta. Another World Series ring. I'm going to give you a round of applause. Put your hands together and and give you an old salute for a great season for you Braves. Hope you guys get to celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas as World Series champions. I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, this is Atlanta. They're not the Falcons. They're not the football version of the Falcons. They're not the baseball version of the Falcons, guys. This is the, yeah. You think, oh, they blew a 28-3 lead against the Patriots in the Super Bowl. We already know that, and we all know the outcome, end results. All right. Now, a little bit more baseball facts. Let's go back to my Boston Red Sox for just a second, if you guys don't mind. I realized the 4 World Series, out of the 4 World Series, the Red Sox won 2004, 2007, 2013, 2018. 3 of the 4 World Series ended on a swing and a miss strikeout. 2007, when they played the Colorado Rockies, Seth Smith swung and missed for a strikeout at the hands of the flame-flowing crazy man himself, Mr. Jonathan Papelbon. And then 2013, giving the Red Sox their first World Series victory at Fenway Park in 95 years, that Koji Uehara made Matt Carpenter swing and miss for a strikeout to end the series there. And then, obviously, talk about 3 years ago, 2018, Red Sox, Dodgers, 2 of my favorite baseball teams, where Chris Sale made Manny Machado swing and miss for their 4th championship. So that in itself is pretty good, and that's pretty good, all right. So what about the 2014? Well, it ended up in a bouncing ground out to the pitcher Keith Folk, who underhanded it to Doug Mientkiewicz, which Joe Buck famously called. I know a lot of people don't like Joe. Back to Folk. Red Sox fans have longed to hear it. The Boston Red Sox are world champions, and generations have come and gone. And, I'm totally glad that Jerry Remy got to see all 4 those world championships before he passed on over this past weekend. And once again, my condolences go to his wife, Phoebe, and their children and their grandchildren as well. And it amazes me how many fans and players reached out to Red Sox Nation. Dallas Braden, who pitched that perfect game on Mother's Day for his mom, which is totally awesome. For Oakland, he said he tweeted out some condolences, and I tweeted him back saying, on behalf of Red Sox Nation, thank you. And some Yankee fans out there tweeted about this and showed a lot of class and respect for that, and for Jerry Remy. I want to thank you, all those Yankee fans that tweeted out there. You've earned my respect, and I'm just very, 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 very honored to have some good, as a Red Sox fan, to see the Yankee fans show respect to our Red Sox legends like Jerry Remy. And I know some Yankee fans know that some of us Red Sox fans, even though we don't like the Yankees, we show respect with some of their players, like a Derek Jeter or Mariano Rivera. A lot of people in the Red Sox gave him a standing ovation or a mock ovation, but I think they showed respect to him and all that. And it's like, oh, we got you, but thanks to you, we won. And he took it in stride, which is really cool. And and it's really cool to see that. So to you Yankee fans, man, good class, guys. I appreciate that. Red Sox Nation appreciates that, and I would not be surprised if next season the Red Sox do a home opener to like a ceremony in a memorial, so to speak, for Jerry Remy. I know Dan Roche talked to some of the announcers that worked with him, like Don Orsillo, Sean McDonough, Dave O'Brien, and Dennis Eckersley. I think O'Brien and Eckersley should be the new. Eckersley is so colorful. I like him because he brings a lot of jargon to the game. He speaks from experience because he is one of the best relievers in baseball when pitching for Oakland, especially for Oakland. Man, he used to pitch for the Red Sox too. He pitched for Cleveland, the Red Sox, the Cubs, and the Oakland Athletics is where he really shined. But Dennis Eckersley, to me, I think him and O'Brien. Or, a lot of people have been liking Mike Monaco. I think Mike Monaco is good. There's going to be an overhaul of the announcement booth for next year. Well, now Jerry Remy gone. I tell you what, a lot of people want to see Orsillo. It's not going to be, if Orsillo comes back, it's not going to be the same without Remy. Because Orsillo and Remy were like the Bert and Ernie of Red Sox baseball when it comes to announcements. And a lot of people are very entertained by those two. And I mean, like I said, I remember some of the greatest moments that those two had. And just it is amazing, and I'm just very happy that the Red Sox won three of the four World Series the Red Sox have won were under the broadcast team of Orsillo and Remy. So that's that's amazing in itself. I know I know Dave O'Brien did the 2013 on the radio, which is totally awesome. The Boston Strong, season, and it just it just amazes me. So, and plus the Braves, well, going back to the Atlanta Braves, the world champs of baseball for this year, 2021, they did it for Hank Aaron too. There was a lot of controversy because I think the Democrat political officer, I forget what position, I think senator, I believe, senator or governor, Stacey Abrams did not want the All-Star game to be part of Atlanta, and a lot of fans were not very happy with that. And it's like, oh, you cost them the economy and all that. Because woke and cancel culture is really, really, really driving me crazy. That's why I refuse to talk about politics on here. But a lot, and she decided, had the gall to congratulate the Braves on winning the World Series. But a lot of fans were backlashing her because of the fact, oh, you cost them the All-Star game and all, you cost Atlanta an All-Star game, never, and you want, in other words, I think they didn't, they think that in their minds that she had no right to congratulate them after what she did to them, did to the city of Atlanta. And so it's, that's something that, that's something that's going to come back to haunt them. But, and also the disrespect that was shown towards one of the best home run hitters in the baseball history, in Hank Aaron. And Hank Aaron's no longer with us, God rest his soul. But the Braves decided to win it for him. And, Braves, I think if you have a motivation to win, it's not going to be for selfish reasons. If you play with selfish reasons, the results are not going to be, excuse me, are not going to end well for you. But you got a motivation, you want to play for somebody and all that. Like the Red Sox in 2013, I should say, they played for Boston Strong, the victims of the tragedy. So let's play for them. Let's give them a show from the best seat in the house. When the Red Sox won in 2004, they did it for their grandparents. They did it for generations that are come and gone, and just to see that, I have to confess something. I did root for the Yankees in 2001, and when they were in the World Series because of what happened, 9/11. That was huge, and I had a lot of, I figured, sentimental. Saying, I like to see the Yankees bring a championship, bring a joy back to that city after a devastating tragedy. Almost 3,000 people died in that alone, and I have a friend who is a Yankee fan, Jason Esposito. Him and his wife usually sees my show from time to time. Jokes around, you're a closet Yankee fan and all that, but I wore a Yankees hat as respect for the city of New York, and I figured I want to, pay tribute, and after 9/11, so that was my respect for them, for the city of New York at the time. I want to show a little class, and even though I'm a Red Sox fan, I show class. I try to show class the best way. A lot of respect. So, and listen, and also, but there's the Red Sox fan side of me saying I hope they lose. But they brought a lot of joy. And they lost that World Series to the Arizona Diamondbacks, who became the fastest team to win a World Series within 4 years of making their inaugural season. I think New York brought a lot of joy back in that city just for playing the game, the World Series, and making it fun and interesting alone. And it's amazing how things ended up. So baseball is a very, very fun sport. A lot of people say it's boring, but it's really fun if you check out all the storylines, behind the scenes storylines of baseball. And Atlanta, they lost Ronald Acuna Jr., one of their best young power hitters, with a torn ACL. I mean, that takes you out, and hope he comes back next season for them. Then you got, they lost, like I said, they lost Charlie Morton. Like I said, I like it. Charlie Morton's like the Kurt Angle of Major League Baseball. If Kurt Angle won the Olympic gold medal with a broken freaking neck, then Charlie Morton won and struck out Jose Altuve with a broken freaking leg. I will never forget saying that. That's going to be cool. So, you know, I tell you what, like I said, congratulations to the Atlanta Braves and their fans. I'll address this more on Rant and Rave tomorrow. That'll be one of my topics, along with Jerry Remy's death. And who knows? Being a baseball fan, I need to go back to the basics of being a baseball fan. So we'll see what happens, all right? So that's all the time we have on this show, episode 694 of WEML-TV, channel 77. As you know, the previous 2 episodes, I did some Press Your Luck. Can't wait to upload these videos, all right? I will see you later. Guys, have a wonderful, wonderful day. And until the next episode comes around, I wish you peace, love, and blessings going out. Tonight, AEW Dynamite. Maybe that's my next and final episode of the night, all right? Until that episode comes around, have a good rest of your afternoon and evening.